back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by today. For today's video, I have for you the brand new ColourPop palette called So Fly. Right now it's currently an Ulta exclusive, but hopefully it'll be coming to ColourPop as well. So if that sounds interesting to you, then why don't we go ahead and get started. So here is the outer packaging for the So Fly palette. It's got a really pretty flower, and then smack in the middle you've got a real pretty dragonfly in like a rose gold. And then on the back you've got the same flower, and then you've got the shade names, of course, and then you've got the dragonflies. There are no eye safety warnings, so that's always good. And so when we open it up, the packaging looks exactly the same. So you've got the real pretty rose gold and the detailing and all that. So Fly right there, and the real pretty flower right here. And same on the back, looks exactly like the outer packaging. So there we go. Okay. And then when we open this beauty up, this is what it looks like. You've got the same flower right there, another dragonfly, and then here are the beautiful colors. So here you've got a really cool duochrome. You've got kind of a teal green right here, and then you have like kind of a salmon pink right here, and then the rest of the shades are pretty neutral. So it's kind of it's a pretty fun palette. Pretty neutral with a little bit of pop, but not too much. I think it's really good for the spring, which I know it feels like it'll never be here, but I promise it will. My only thing I'll say is these shades are pretty close to each other, but this one's definitely more cool tone right here. This one right here is more cool tone than this one is. This one's more warm tone. So I think they're going to be quite a bit different on the eye. They just look really similar in the pan, and these are the bigger pans, kind of like the Limoncello palette. That I want to say that was one of the first ones that came out with the bigger pans. So anyways, these are the bigger pans like that. Now I don't know if they have more product or if they're just, you know, more shallow, or if they actually have more product. I have no idea. I haven't actually looked at the net weight or anything like that of the pans, but I guess that's something I can figure out and pop it up if I remember. I'll pop up whether or not it's more product or not if I remember. Go ahead and get started. I'm going to dip into this shade right here called Speedy. It's kind of a peachy color, and it's like a matte with glitter in it, so the glitter will probably just fall off. Hopefully not too much on my face, so I'll make sure to tap off my brush onto my mirror here. Oh, get the little creases out of my eyes. I've already primed my eyelids with my Gerard Clean Canvas Eye Base in the shade Fair, which is really bright right now because I have self-tan on. So I guess I need to get another shade in this for when I have self-tan, because it's making my eyelids very, very light right now compared to my face. But that's okay. Once I get the eyeshadow on and stuff, it'll be fine. Yeah, very powdery. Make sure if you've done your complexion first to tap off your brush, because I suspect that you'll get a lot of fallout if you do not. But this is a very pretty color, and it seems to have a good amount of pigment to it. And as suspected, the glitters are not sticking around, which is kind of standard for these particular shades. I don't know why they make these shades, but whatever. I do have a video. It was my Hocus Pocus video, the first Hocus Pocus palette that came out by ColourPop, where I did show how, if you want to use one of these shades and actually get the glitter to stay, how you could use glitter glue. And the look turned out quite pretty, I think. So if you do have a shade, like for instance this one would be a really pretty lid shade, and if you want it to, you know, keep the glitter in it, you could probably use some glitter glue and get the glitter to actually stay, and it would look really pretty. But anyways, so check out that video. I'll try to remember to link it down. Okay, so I've got that color down. Next I'm going to dip into the shade Colorful right here. So this is that kind of salmon color right here. I'm going to use that shade and dip into that, and I'm just going to add that to the crease to kind of deepen it a little bit. Kind of like how the pink crease is coming out, the peachy pink crease is coming out. I think that's going to look good with that duochrome, which is what I want to put on the lid. I think. I don't know. I might use both the teal and the duochrome since I'm wearing a teal shirt today. It's kind of calling my name a little bit, so I might do both. I might overlay that duochrome over the teal a little bit. I think that'll look really cool. So those are my thoughts on that. Yeah, this is a really pretty pink, matte, nice and pigmented, no issues blending. Oh, if I didn't say, I'm using a Rephr number 15 brush right here. I love these Rephr brushes. They are pricey, but they are worth it. It's definitely worth the, you know, saving up for them if you can. And waiting for a sale. That's what I did. I waited for a sale. I got, I think it was their Black Friday sale or Christmas sale or something like that. I think it was Black Friday. But I had been saving and waiting, you know, for a while to get them. In the interim, for some really good quality brushes, I recommend, I actually have several sets from BH Cosmetics that I'm planning to test out, if they still have them. They've kind of changed up their dynamic. They used to have the same stuff and they'd keep it around for a while, but now they keep coming out with collections and then they like discontinue them like quickly, which is not like how they used to be. So I'm not sure if they're going to be doing that with their brush sets too, or if they're going to keep them around, because they used to keep their brush sets around for a really long time. And if that is the case, I have several brush sets that I'm going to review because they're really reasonably priced, especially when they have a sale. And you can get them at Ulta a lot of times. And then also, I like the Morphe Jaclyn Hill brushes, and they put them on sale quite often. And I don't think they're discontinuing them or anything. I think they just put them on sale quite often. So I definitely recommend those. I love the shapes of those. They're good for small eyes. A lot of them are, like mine, hooded eyes, small eyes. So definitely recommend those. So yeah, there's some alternatives for you for sure to check out. Okay, let's see. Next up, I'm going to deepen up my outer corner with this shade right here called Depart. This pretty brown shade right here. Ooh, and I don't know if y'all hear that, but the wind is kicking outside, so if y'all hear that, that's what that noise is. Probably should use a smaller brush, but oh well. It's one thing I like about this, it's still pretty targeted. Even though it's a decent sized fluffy brush, it's still pretty tapered, so like I can still manage to kind of pinpoint where I want to put this. Okay, I'm going to leave this for now. We might deepen it up a little bit more once I put the teal down. I might have to go into that deeper cool tone brown. Okay, so that is what we're looking like right now. I'm going to go ahead and dip into this really pretty teal color called Wingtip, and I'm going to put that on the outer portion of my eyelid. So for that, I'm going to use a Rephr number 2 brush. I think that's the smallest shader brush I have. I'm just looking to make sure with the Rephr that is. I know I have actually, where's my favorite one from Jaclyn Hill? Let me use that one. Yeah, let me use this one because it's a little bit more tapered. This is the JH41. This is my favorite shading brush that I have in my whole arsenal of makeup brushes. Okay, and this is just water, spraying it to wet the brush. Alright, so, oh yeah, we're gonna have to deepen it up a little bit, I think, the outer corner. So this is a deep, deep color. Oh, this is pretty. This matches my shirt. Looks really pretty with that pink, pink crease, I think, too. But I'm definitely going to spray it again because I don't want fallout all over my face. And I'm just doing like the outer half of my eye with this, and then we'll do the inner half with that duochrome shade. Actually, I may just take this on out. I think I'll do that. I'll just take this on out to the outer corner. Over that brown. And then if I need to, I'll add that deep brown on top of this. We'll see. All right, let's do the other eye. Alright, so this is what we're looking like right now with that teal color. I guess I need to straighten this up a little bit. Oops, wrong side. There we go. Okay, so on the other side of the same brush, I'm going to dip into that duochrome, spray it as well, and put it on the inner portion of my eyelid. Taking it over on top of the teal a little bit so that we can really see the teal that's in this shade come out, or green. It's like a green flip. It's like kind of a pink green flip. It seems like it's kind of pressed kind of hard. There we go. That is pretty. And see, that goes really well with that pink crease and ties the whole look together. That's really pretty. I think this is a really well thought out color story. Like, it's almost like it's all centered around that middle shade. Very, very pretty right there. Okay, let's do the other eye. And I don't know if I showed y'all the duochrome, but again, but I'll show it to you in just a sec. So I don't think I showed you, but this is the shade that I'm using right here. The shade in the middle right there, called FYI. So yeah, that's the duochrome right there that I'm using. Very, very pretty. Alright, so I think that we're about even, just about. I think I need to come up a little bit higher here. Maybe. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I think we're about even. That looks really good. So let's do the lower lash line. I'm going to grab a rougher number 3. It's like a pencil brush. And I'm going to go into that shade, that pink shade called Colorful right there. I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. Making sure to tap my brush off because it's very powdery. I'll bring it down a little bit lower too so that we can see it. Okay, and then I'm going to dip into that teal shade again called Wingtip right here. And I'm going to do it just on the outer portion. I'm actually going to spray my brush so that I don't have a lot of fallout. Ooh, I made it almost like an eyeliner. I'll come back and blend it out in just a sec. Actually, I'm going to go all the way across. I kind of like the way that looks with the pink underneath. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty. There we go. That's what that looks like right there. I think it looks really pretty. Alright, so let me grab another pencil brush or something similar, or a shader brush. I'll use this Jaclyn Hill brush. It's a really small detail brush. It's a JH42. And then I'm going to dip into Flight Path right there. And I'm going to put that in my inner corner. And then we're going to take a look and see if we need to do anything else to the eye look. And I'll be sure to spray this as well. Very, very pretty. That is perfect, just what I needed to brighten up the inner corner. Okay, there we go. So what do we think? I think I'm gonna add that dark deep brown right here to my outer corner. Because I feel like it needs to be deepened up a little bit. This is called Damselfly. Okay, I didn't see the L in there. Damselfly. D-A-M-E-L, no, D-A-M-S-E-L-F-L-Y, so Damselfly. Alright then, I don't know if that's an actual fly or if that's a made up word, but it works for me. There we go. That's giving me the deepness that I need in the outer V, or outer corner. Yeah, I just needed some more depth. There we go. I like that better. So I don't know if you can see the difference. There's that with the kind of added depth. And then there's that one without. So I like the extra depth this gives. Just going to bring it up ever so slightly. Alright, I am going to pop off camera and go ahead and do my lashes, and I will be right back with y'all. Oh, and pick out a lip too because my lips are bare, so I'll be right back with y'all. Alright, I am back and I'm all done with my eye look, and I've got a lip on now. So all I did was put on mascara. I didn't feel like messing with lashes. It's been a while since I've worn lashes. Honestly, it's been a while since I've worn makeup because I've been working so much and I've been sick off and on, so I haven't even fooled with it lately, so I'm a little rusty. So I was like, you know what, it's already late, it's almost bedtime, so let's just stick with the mascara. So the mascara I used is the Nabla Major Pleasure Mascara. This is what it looks like right here. And I really like this mascara. I think it does quite a bit for my lashes, so hopefully y'all can see my lashes. They're not the longest lashes out there, so you know, I did the best I could with what I'm working with. And then on my lips, I'm using the Milani, I forget exactly what these are called, but these are the matte lipsticks that went viral. And this is the shade number 430 Secret. So really like this shade right here. This is what it looks like right here. So very, very pretty shade. And I like the way it feels. I mean, it's not my first time to wear these. I've worn these before. I've got all the first colors. I think I've got all the first colors that they first came out with, or most of them anyways. Thinking about picking up the other ones too for the spring, because there's some really pretty ones. I don't know if I'll get all of them, but I'll get the ones that definitely appeal to me, because I do like this formula a lot. It's pretty long lasting, and it's pretty on the lips, and it feels good. So yeah, you get a nice matte look without it being too drying or anything like that, so I like it. But anywho, what I think about the palette, let's take a look at it. I used how many shades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 out of the 9 shades. No, that's not right. 7 out of the 9 shades, because I didn't use that one, I didn't use that one. So this is a gorgeous champagne. This is just like a nice kind of khaki beige color right here. So I think both of these are, I mean, they swatched fine, so I think they'll be totally fine in performance. All of these performed very well. It's the standard ColourPop formula that I'm used to. Again, very powdery. They have a lot of kick up, but I'm used to that now, so it's no big deal as long as you tap off your brush, or when you're using your metallics, make sure to get your brush wet. Then typically you're fine. You don't have a lot of fallout. What you do have, you can typically brush off with a makeup brush. I actually had a little bit of fallout that I meant to brush off before I got back on camera. So I would literally just go like this with my makeup brush. Just barely brush it off, and you're good. And it doesn't leave marks or anything like that. So that's how simple it is when you're tapping off your brush pretty well and all that to get any excess fallout that may have fallen on your cheeks. But I really like the color story in this a lot. Like I said, it feels like they really did take this shade and center the color story around it, literally and figuratively, because you've got this teal and you've got this pink and this pretty peachy tone. So those 3 colors kind of seem to make up kind of this duochrome a little bit here. And then you've got your browns to help center it. And this is a really nice inner corner. This is a really nice crease shade. And especially would be if I had, lighter skin tone right now. Right now I've got, like I said, self-tanner on. This is a real pretty champagne shade, which goes with everything. So I think this is a gorgeous palette. I'm really happy with it. Again, the performance was great, like their standard formula that I've come to know and love. So I feel confident recommending this palette if it's a color story that you like. Like I said, I think this will be great for the spring, but honestly, since I took it kind of deep today, it looks great for the fall winter, in my opinion, as well. So I really like this teal shade, in the colder months. I think it's really pretty and kind of sultry, without being too bright and too overdone. For some people, for me, it's not too bright or too overdone. You guys know me, I love my color. So it doesn't bother me, but I think that this is a shade that some people that maybe don't necessarily feel comfortable and confident wearing color could maybe pull off. Just my opinion. Especially if you do kind of the duochrome on top of it like I did. It kind of tones it down a little bit without it being too much, and you could even take it over farther. You could take it over all of it if you wanted to tone down the teal or the greenish teal shade, or you could do it like I did. So anywho, with all that being said, yeah, that's how I feel about the palette. I think it's a good palette. I do hope that it comes to Ulta. I think that it will. That way, like I said, our international friends can get this. So with all that being said, that's how I feel about the palette. I think it's a great palette, and if it's a color story you like, definitely snatch it up. It's $14 at Ulta right now, and if you spend $15, you can use their $3.50 off coupon. So you could pick up like a little thing of their Q-tips for like $1.99, and then use their coupon and get the Q-tips for free and get a couple dollars off of the palette. So there you go. For the price and also for the quality, I think it's well worth this palette. So yeah, I really do like this. I foresee myself using this again in the future. It's pretty. it's a really pretty color story. I really like this teal and this duochrome. I actually had a palette from Lux that I specifically kept the palette. It's actually kind of a similar color story now that I think about it. I might have to compare that, but I hung on to the palette because I really liked that duochrome, and I didn't have that color in any of my other palettes, but I wasn't real fond of the formula. So I finally decided to declutter it, and it's in my declutter sale right now, but I haven't actually sold it yet. So I'm going to take a look at it just to compare the color stories. I'm not going to do a video or anything on it. I'm just kind of curious about that. So if you have any questions about that, feel free to comment down below and I'll answer your questions. It's the Lux Kitten palette that I'm going to compare it to, just for my personal sake. It's not like that's a really big popular palette or anything like that, so I'm not going to do a video on comparing the two color stories or anything. But anywho, with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you watching. If you did, please consider giving me a like. That really helps me out a lot here in the YouTube space. I'm just a little micro channel trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. And with that being said, I do have a giveaway going on. Once we reach 1,000 subscribers, I will draw that giveaway. I will make sure to link the giveaway video down below in the description box. And it has a lot of goodies in it, and I have actually added a few more to it that aren't in the video. So it's going to be quite a giveaway, I think. So I think hopefully everybody will, whoever wins it will like what I already have in it and the extras that I'm putting in there. So please consider subscribing and entering that giveaway. You do have to be subscribed to enter the giveaway. So yeah, with that being said, again, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you are having a great day or evening wherever you are in this world. I hope you're staying safe and staying healthy, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye!